Each year at Tennyson in Brisbane there is a display of all British vehicles ranging from Albion trucks to Rolls Royces to Wolseleys. It is a great day to come and see everything that has been produced by Great Britain. Looking at the old Albion trucks, you can see how they've gone from primitive to the things that we see today. These ones had massive four-cylinder engines. Here's a 1924 AJS single-cylinder motorcycle in amazing condition for its age. This Lotus 11 with its Coventry Climax engine was a wonderful piece of kit. Austin and Morris naturally featured many vehicles spanning a huge number of decades. The Austin Albert here has an incredible little engine in it. It makes you wonder how on earth the things would ever go with something so tiny, and yet they were regular transport for many. And what could be more British than Doctor Who? There's the beauty of the Bentley with its beautiful black engine, and of course magnificent timber dashboards. Timber extends beyond dashboards to the frames on these magnificent Morgans.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords.
The other A's, the Aston Martins, were awesome, as was this McLaren. A whole gamut of Jaguars was present, from E-Type to D-Type, and everything in between.
Saving it up Friday night with the Sultans.
Rolls Royces and Bentleys, reeking of British class, were admired by many.
Sultans. Yeah, the Sultans that play Creole. Creole.
from super exotic to ordinary run-of-the-mill cars like the Morris Miners had many families getting mobile for the first time, and the British motor industry could build either with equal aplomb. Triumph was one of the few manufacturers to produce everything from standard saloons to a whole variety of sports cars.
Now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans.
And there were the quirkiness of the Jowetts, the Jupiters and the Javelins with their horizontally opposed motors. Incredible pieces of engineering. And we go from the beautiful period charm of the Jowetts to Triumph's V8 convertible Stag and the TR6 sports car beside it. 150 horsepower of fuel-injected 6. And back to the earlier ones, the Triumph TR2, which began the whole sports line for modern Triumph, and the GT6. 6 cylinders, beautiful little car. And Morris Garages, of course, has a wide selection of little sporty cars, including this overhead cam machine here. MG also had the RV8, the MGB, MGB GT, MGC, MGT series, and on to the Jensen Interceptor and the CV8. The Jensen Interceptor was Chrysler powered with either a 6.3 or a 7.2 litre Chrysler V8. There was a disappointing show-up for motorcycles, being restricted to an 850 Norton Commando Mark III with the electric start, the last of the Commando series produced, and beside it, that very rare and very ancient AJS from 1924. It's a wonder that the thing has even survived. The Bristol on display here was something that is seldom seen. Beautifully styled, lovely curves and lines to it, dash layout, again with all timber and instruments everywhere, a magnificent motor car. And nothing is more evocative of the swinging 60s than the fabulous Mini. And we go from super cute to super threatening. With a military Dalek, the remains of a Cyberman, and some of the clothing worn by Doctor Who, and of course the TARDIS and the magnificent little yellow machine. And while on the theme of little machines, these magnificent little pedal cars, wouldn't we all dream of having one like this? Beautiful little machine. And of course in the background, the Genuine article. There is a certain ambience and smell from the rich texture of the interiors and the wooden dash that many of us have experienced as children. An engine bay as only the British could make. Curved, polished aluminium everywhere. Wonderful.